Well, in this video, we're going to talk about some tips and tricks that we have for night sailing. Some of the important aspects of night sailing are safety. We'll talk about some equipment that we use, lighting, and what to look out for.
All right, so first we're going to put the boat into night mode, and that requires us to turn on our navigation lights. We have a tricolor at the top of the mast, and also we have navigation lights on the bows. But while we're sailing, we're going to put the tricolor on. On.
And then last is to turn on the red light mode. On this boat, in our cockpit, we also have a red and white light option available. So at night, we can turn that on, and this illuminates red in here.
Next, we'll turn our navigation instruments to night mode. Night mode. That also changes these instruments up here as well.
That actually changes all instruments into night mode, even the BNG VHF. The upper chart plotters, everything goes into a night mode.
Yeah, which is much easier on the eyes at night than shining bright white lights at yourself.
Okay, next thing is personal safety. So we need to put on our PFDs. All right, PFDs on. Our PFDs also include a tether. So if we have to go forward at night, we have a couple rules. One is someone else needs to be up on deck to watch. And then two, that person needs to be clipped in.
Next we have some headlamps. These are great because they also do red light and white. So we use our headlamps to shine on the sails at night, and we also use them to better see lines or inspections around the deck.
So last was things to look out for. So in night mode, we want to look out for any lights that we see on the horizon. And we're looking for ships, boats, other things that are illuminated at night. Also, if you're coming into port, you'll find maybe your lit buoyage to come into a channel.
Yeah, also this is the last opportunity you have to look at weather. So any clouds that are looming on the horizon, we can get a better idea of it right now before it gets completely dark. We also start running our radar to look at how intense that sail might be. But right now we can visualize what everything looks like before it gets dark.
Sailing at night can feel quite intimidating at first, but we promise after some sea miles and some practice, it'll become like second nature. For Amanda and I, if we need to go into night mode, for us, it's really no different than daytime. If you're sailing at night, you're probably on a several-day passage, of which you're going to go into a shift mode, or a sleep and shift schedule. So for Amanda and I, we usually do 3-hour schedules on and off for the first night, then we switch to 4-hour for the duration of the passage. Now that 3-hour sleep shift schedule, one person's going to be on watch. We sometimes will drop the saloon table and sleep there if conditions maybe require a quick access to the cockpit. Otherwise, we can just sleep in our berths.
And we'll also run jack lines along the deck so we can easily clip in as we go forward with another person watching.
Something that we've really enjoyed on this vessel, this Balance 526, is the really clear windows forward through the saloon roof, because it's really easy to take watch at night, even from in here. We can clearly see the horizon and see any other boats. So it's been quite a pleasure to sail at night on board Pipilota.
Yes, it makes night passages way easier when you can have good visibility from either right here on the lower helm or even inside.
So thank you for watching this video. Enjoy your sailing at night.